Let me guess, you try and stack a few dollars. You ain't trying to blow it all, you need financial knowledge. Need some tips on your taxes, so the IRS ain't bending you backwards. Well, you're in luck, you're tuned into the master, Wendy Consulting.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wendy with an Eye podcast, season 2. Season 2 of the podcast. Everybody been asking me, who did your intro? They was like, that Nas? I was like, oh, y'all gassing. But you do sound like Nas.
I mean, you know what I mean? I love Nas. Nas is definitely one of my top 3 favorite rappers.
Who the other two?
Black Thought, you know what I mean? Philly Bull, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I'm going to pause you real quick. I'm going to just tell you how I Got Over album changed my life with live music. I've always loved live music, but How I Got Over, like, that is that's what I need to find on vinyl. That is a masterpiece, like that, because that's when I got into the Roots, because they're a little bit, you're a little bit more seasoned than me.
Yeah, so I was for real. I got my name, you know what I'm saying, Illa Styles, mother.
Know your name.
Illa off of the Roots album, Illa Delve Half-Life. You know what I'm saying? So I was giving the Roots some appreciation.
Let me say something. Kids might listen to this. You might not be cursing anymore. So welcome to the podcast. Everybody asked me who does my intro. Oh, your intro's so dope. This is the person who did my intro.
That's love.
I know him as Turi. I don't know him as a stage name. So what's funny is that when people be asking me who does the intro, I just be like, Turi, and they be like, who is that? And I be like, oh wait, let me send y'all his stuff.
Gotta, like,
I don't be thinking about, because I call people by their regular government name.
Professional. I mean, but you ain't gonna call Snoop Calvin.
I would.
That's terrible.
And when I see Nasir again, Nasir Jones, I will call him Nasir. That's his mama named him Nasir.
You know, I feel that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But
your mama named you what?
Hey.
Oh, okay.
But we talk about business though.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
But on your check.
That's all good. You know what I mean? Nah, some checks they put Illa on that bitch. I cash them motherfuckers all the same. All the same. It is what it is. It don't matter, but you know what I mean? You know how it is.
So, normally, to start the show, I do a quote of the day. I had one, but it was gonna be real. It's not childish, but you have to follow me, because I'm a Disney DreamWorks kid, right?
All right.
I got raised on Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
I love Kung Fu Panda. I have
have
everyone on DVD. So in one of the episodes, and it's not from Kung Fu Panda. I believe I've heard it before, but yeah, whatever. It's my quote of the day. And because I'm rolling off the top of the dome with this, I usually have all this stuff organized. Today has just been a day. It's month end, guys. For all my accountants, it's month end for me, so kind of discombobulated. I think I should have thought about that when I started plotting and putting calendar dates on my stuff. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do stuff at the beginning of the month since I'm going to be doing month end. But anyway, the quote is, tomorrow's gift is today's present.
I like that.
I know. It's one of my favorite quotes. Tomorrow's gift is today's present.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, because we all have to take. I still got food on.
Of course you do. You just finished eating. What are you talking about, son?
I still got food on my fingers.
Of course you do.
Where are my glasses? I can't even focus. Look. Put my glasses on, make me seem like I'm smarter, like I'm engaged in the conversation.
Now that switched everything up.
Now that switched everything up. I just turned into an accountant. Yeah, I just turned into an accountant now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, so I say that because, and we'll get the conversation started. I generally ask people when they come on the show to like give a little bit of background. Like, I mean, of course, I know you're a Richmond native. You've been rapping for years, because I've known you. I don't know you like 7, 8 years. No, it's longer than that.
Like 3-4 years. Ain't been that long.
It's been long. That's when it was still the Dry Bar, or something it used to be called before they changed the name. Or the restaurant that we went to for
that was like 4 years ago.
Who knew?
Yeah, okay. It was like 4 years ago.
Well, 4 years. I feel like I've known him forever. He is, ladies, he's a 3-fold Cancer, so y'all be careful and beware. Okay? He's a true Cancer. He's a 3-fold. I mean, that's his sun, his moon, and his rising.
They ain't my rising though.
Then you're not a 3-fold then.
Nah, what was it? My rising is a Scorpio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I think it's
wow.
Sun, Moon, and Venus or some though.
That's wild if it's Scorpio, especially with you being a Cancer. You know, Cancers and Scorpios are supposed to be connected.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love all my Cancers and my Scorpios, for real. All my water signs. Peace.
My rising is Scorpio.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Scorpio, Jupiter vibes.
All right. And the only reason I'm asking him a question so early is I want to finish eating my cinnamon roll, and I just don't want to be rude. So Terry, tell the people how you got started in your craft, because I don't want to call it rapping. I don't want to call it, because you write. You wrote my whole. I don't think I understand. I told Terry, all I said with him was like, "Hey, I need a favor." And it was very short, like very, very short time period. I was like, "Hey, I need you to do an intro for me for like 30 seconds, rapping about accounting."
Yo, what's crazy is...
Do you see what he produced for me? It sounded like Maybach music. Like, it sounded like a Maybach music. I feel like I was back in college when he played the song for me.
Well, first, shout out to Verse, who produced it. You know what I'm saying? He's also the main producer, the only producer on our new project, Illaverse. I actually went to college for accounting, so I knew a couple of reference points to put in. I asked you for a couple of bullet points and just slid them in there. But what started me off with music back in the early, like, back in the mid 90s, like 96, you know what I'm saying, was pretty much the homies around the way, like, you know what I'm saying, we used to just freestyle on karaoke machines and shit like that, you know what I'm saying. Had an opportunity to get signed by Left Eye, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, you know what I'm saying, in the early days. We did a talent show and she was interested. She ended up rolling with this group called Illegal, which is Malik and Jamal, you know what I'm saying. Jamal ended up being in Def Squad with Eric Sermon, Redman, and all them. Malik was on Snoop album.
I remember Malik.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, but we was that close right then and there. Fast forward, my professional career really began in 2007, I want to say, you know what I'm saying, back when I opened up for Lil Wayne, Jeezy, and Jim Jones at the Coliseum, you know what I'm saying. That's when we started getting like paid for it, and then opened up for Lil Boosie.
You talking about the Coliseum right here that used to be open?
Yeah, the Richmond Coliseum.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying. They shut it down since, but
when you say Coliseum, I thought you were talking about the Hampton Coliseum. You got to be specific.
Man, bro, we tried to get in there too, because I went to Hampton. I went to Hampton University. Shout out to the real HU, you know what I mean, Harkness Hall and all that, you know what I'm saying. We was running the campus at the time too. Our crew, you know what I mean, Death Before Dishonor and everything. We got a chance to open up for the mother Hot Boys at that
language.
Time. Fast forward, you know what I mean, on the history lesson crap, like, you know what I'm saying. Now, you know what I mean, I got plays on Hot 97, got, you know what I mean, different accolades dedicated to me in the city, be it art-wise, big billboard stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying, spins is going crazy. So, yeah, man, just out here doing God's work at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Look, everybody is doing God's work.
God.
You know, okay, I was trying to, while you were talking, I was trying to pull up, because I can access my title, I think. I was trying to see, because I like the album, because, you know, I like the one where you're bald. It was like the painting. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite ones. Which one is that? Real
talk, like, all right, so the last 3 albums have been painted. Like, there's a strategy in that.
I know, but it was the first one.
I feel you. I'm gonna break it down though. First off, like, all right, so I started doing it like that with the first one. It's called Quarter to a Mill. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the one where you were in the suit?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? With the J's, the Jordan 3s on Black Cements. You know what I mean? For all my sneaker heads, that's one of my favorite sneakers. That joint right there was like. That joint right there was like the purple tape for the city, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I have a lineage, or I have a history in the city with, you know what I'm saying, a lot of underworld. I'm sorry for the language, excuse me, you know what I mean, it's just how I talk or whatever, but, you know what I mean, a lot of vibes that used to go on in the city that, you know what I mean, I no longer take part in or whatever, but a lot of people wanted to ask, a lot of people asked me when I would, you know what I mean,
I'm sorry, it was just
give a little walk.
Why did you have to say that?
Because I don't. I'm a taxpaying citizen.
But everybody knows that.
I know they know, and I just want to solidify
we pay all our taxes
all
here.
Taxes.
Look, Wendy don't associate herself with people who don't pay their taxes. We legit over here.
But people would ask me like, "Yo, we want you to highlight this certain era in the city because you got a story that hasn't been told yet, you know what I'm saying, from your perspective. So that was the story being told, you know what I'm saying, a hustler handbook, you know what I'm saying, for that. So you put that on when you're ready to get some bread.
So did you do high school down here or did you do it in Philly?
I went to high school down here for my junior and senior year.
Oh, so you was in trouble, so then they brought you down to the county.
Nah, not at all, not at all. I mean, but it was about to go down up in Philly, though, like, you know what I'm saying, we was getting into touching guns and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, up in Philly, but my mom's
this is in the 90s?
Yeah, this is 97,
I feel like Philly
98.
was different in the 90s.
Philly was even worse.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Philly was like...
Well, I mean, actually, now Philly's pretty bad right now, too, though.
Actually, I was about to say, Richmond used to be the murder capital back in the 90s. It's not quite there, but I will say their crime has really taken an uptick.
Yeah. These young kids out here, man,
they got bored.
Like, they ain't playing at all, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, it don't even be for, like, money. It don't be for, like, behind nothing serious. Like, just be for the clout, man. People just be wanting to run numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Up the scores on people, you know?
Well,
but shoot, let's get off of that negative.
Yeah, because that's low vibrational, and we moving on a high frequency because we are doing God's work. All right, so you have the three albums that have a distinct connection between them.
Yeah.
So do you want to break that down?
Yeah,
or go ahead, break that down.
All right, so my whole thing is like, I love art, you know what I'm saying? I love art, whether it comes in the painting, whether it comes in music, whether it comes in, you know, how you throw something together when you dress or whatever. Like, there's art in everything, you know what I'm saying? Nature has a certain art. I used to draw art myself, like still life stuff, you know what I'm saying?
So who drew your picture? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nah, you good. I was getting to that. Like, okay, so
I know you ain't doing it.
With those projects right there, like, I specifically created the projects first, and then I reached out to a fan or, you know what I mean, a supporter who I was a mutual fan of as well with their art, and gave them an advanced copy of it. You know what I mean? Let them listen to it, let them vibe out to it, tell them what the gist is, but not guide them on what I wanted at all. Just let the music, art, inspiring art. You know what I'm saying? So I did that for the Quarter to the Mill joint. I did that for My Reality, and I did that for our recent release, Illiverse. You know what I'm saying? Now, in different aspects, the Quarter to the Mill was done by Madonna Grace. You know what I'm saying? She's one of my sister's childhood friends, right? So she came up like looking at me and seeing my moves and whatnot and being like inspired on certain things. So
that's dope.
She wrote a long letter,
full circle moment. That is so dope.
So, you know, just to bring her in. The second joint, it was with a coworker, you know what I'm saying? She just was admiring the joint, got real nice with the actual painting of it. Like, she painted a whole canvas of the joint, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to B. And it's like paper mache, a whole bunch of different things. With the Illiverse joint, reached out to Marvel Comics artist Christopher Visions. You know what I'm saying? He created Spider-Gwen for Marvel Comics. You know
I don't want to talk about that because I was supposed to be
wrapping it back around to your Disney.
Yeah, I was supposed to be Gwen for Halloween, and it didn't go how it was supposed to. And I still have my costume, and it was going to give, but it was supposed to give. But hopefully I can fit it next year because I'm wearing that costume.
I mean, ain't nothing than just hitting the gym, you know what I'm saying?
I can't listen. You know what I mean? I can't be hitting the gym if I'm over here killing McDonald's.
Oh, that right.
Those cinnamon things are
that's
so
your cheat
good.
day, yo.
Listen, girl, look, I'm going to I'm going to, you know, holidays are coming up with the holiday parties for Christmas.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got some stuff to go to. Your girl gonna have to have on
I'm gonna unds my Grinches, my Kobe Grinches.
I don't even know what those are.
Yeah, that what my sneakerheads know.
I need to get me a pair of Kobe's just out of respect. Yeah. I need a pair of Kobe's.
Yeah, they're gonna cost you, but
I know, but I want a pair. But just out of respect, I probably wouldn't even wear them.
Word.
Or maybe I'll get a Kobe jersey. I probably would get a jersey before.
Jersey's
I don't wear.
Yeah.
I don't really wear the sneakers like that. So shout out to Terry because Terry is like low key. He'll hit me about some shoes and I didn't even know they were supposed to be coming out, and I'd be like, dang, good look. Because he be knowing, like he's like the plug. He be knowing where everything is, like where I can get something at. Now, these Jordans I was not able to get, which were I don't know what they're called.
I don't know which ones you want.
The purple ones.
Are you talking about the white and purple ones?
Yeah.
The I'm on my ear ones. Shout out to James Whitner. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get
Black
them in
sneaker
time.
designer.
Shout out to them.
the shoes, the Amamaya ones was based off of like the black struggle coming up in the hood, like, you know what I'm saying. The burgundy on this is the it's for like the blood that you know what I'm saying, that you put into the, you know what I'm saying, like.
So I
got some dope stuff.
I generally will buy anything if it's purple. And burgundy, purple. My favorite color is purple, but it's in the same color family. But I still want to see them because it looks like it's a different color. But I feel like I'm gonna still buy them. I'm just gonna have to buy them off resale, and I'm gonna have to just chuck it.
It's like a plum maroonish type.
See, and I got some plum Prestos that I love. Some plum Nike Prestos.
But these drinks is like crazy luxury. It got the quilted inner lining, look like your grandmama purse inside the jump. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to go on. What is it? Is it dead stock or what are you going?
Nah, you can go on StockX, go. You know what I'm saying? They ain't paying us, but you could go there. You know what I'm saying? And get that vibe.
I know. Last year I
hit for retail. You know what I mean? They come out tomorrow for retail too, so you can try again.
Oh, so I can try again?
Full size run. Hell yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't know you wanted them like that.
I do because they were purple.
Oh, okay.
But wait, they only come in men's sizes?
Full size run, everything.
Oh, so I can get my son's size.
Yeah, but you got big feet though, so you need the men's sizes though, like, you know what I'm saying, stomping with the big dogs.
Hey yo, look, you say that though, right? But I showed you them New Balances I bought. Them was tough, and they were in an 8 because I wear. For everybody who doesn't know me, I have huge. Yes, they were. I was wanting to stick my middle finger up. But I gotta remember for the kids. Yes. So I have enormous feet. So this is a funny story.
5'2" with size 8 feet.
No, 5'2". I'm 5'2" and I wear a 9.5 in women, and it ends up being a 7.5, 8 in men. And it depends on the line.
Flying drop
now, for those who want to buy me sneakers in Adidas,
you gotta pay men's size prices.
I know you do. You can't get me the viewpoints. Oh, let me get you some. Nah, I need the men's
throw
size.
A couple more inches.
Now, normally I wear 7, but I will say I got the. What was it? Was it the 2s or the 4s? It was some pair that I got that were really, really tight. Like they were really cut. Very. I want to say it was the concrete 4s. It was something because I cut the strap in them. No, it wasn't those. It was the 1s or the 2s. I ended up having to cut. It was like some elastic strap on the inside. I ended up cutting.
You find some 2s at? It probably won't know.
It was either the 1s or the 4s.
I think it was the 4s because the 4s got the little strap joint.
Yeah, and I remember I told you I cut those. Yeah. It was like some elastic crap.
Yeah, I think it was the 4s.
Anyway, I have massive feet, and that's okay because when I went to Saks on Black Friday, your girl got 2 pairs of shoes. I got me a pair of Pumas, which let me take y'all down a history lesson real quick because some people trying me, and when I say some people, I mean him.
I ain't trying nothing, man. I'm just trying.
Ill is trying me right now.
I'm just trying to.
I am from.
You can call me Mr. Styles.
Ill is trying me right now. So I will say this: I am a jack of all trades when it comes to being where I'm from. So I'm not from Philly, but I am from Texas. I claim Texas, Virginia.
H-Town.
And I grew up in Fort Hood, which is not a major city, but it's not H-Town. Baby, I done partied in H-Town, and I used to want to go to Texas Southern when I was in school there.
I got some memories of H-Town.
But back to my story, because I'm being cut off because by his memories. Pumas. I had a red pair of Pumas in middle school because back in Texas, everybody wore Pumas, K-Swiss, and it was another shoe. It was like Felines, I think. I didn't even know what Fatheads were or Forces until I moved up here in high school. I didn't know what the hell they were.
You call Air Forces Fatheads?
Well, the 757 they call them Fatheads, or Uptown, Fatheads, Forces.
That's dope.
Everything Chucks, everything but what they call. No, Chucks are Converse. Wait, do they call them Bubba Chucks? I feel like they might. I don't remember. They have all these names.
Chucks is Converse.
I know, but Bubba Chuck because Iverson's from the 757. I don't know if they called them Bubbas because listen, let me tell you how special I was. I got my first pair of Jordans in 9th grade, and I'll never forget. My sister helped me buy them. I didn't even know what they were. They were 8s. They were the black low 8s that had the strap.
Gotcha.
And I still have them, I think, because I was gonna give them to Blake. I might still have them.
You should.
I think.
Popular. I mean, not popular anymore. Like H.
I know they used to be jumping.
Heck yeah, the hairs, the aquas.
So my favorite Jordans are the 12s and the 13s. But anyway, back to me. because Terry's taking the conversation to
I'm
him.
just adding on like
I
spices.
hadn't had Pumas since middle school. I had the red Pumas. And I was in the car with somebody who was here visiting, and they were saying how they wore Pumas in Texas too. And I was like, yeah, like when I moved up here, everybody made fun of me because I was listening to Chopped and Screwed, and I listened to a lot of trap music.
I love Chopped and Screwed.
And
I made a pilgrimage to the screw shop.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm, sure did.
I love Chopped and Screwed. But at any rate, when I saw those Pumas, it took me back to middle school, and I was like, I low key want some K-Swiss now. Like, I don't think I understand.
They still around? K-Swiss?
Is tennis still a sport?
Hey, I haven't seen them.
But is tennis still a sport?
I didn't know. You telling me something.
K-Swiss, no, I'm saying. I mean, actually, I don't know. Now you got me nervous. Like,
Yeah.
K-Swiss should still be
The
around.
last thing I heard was Dame Dash had bought them, and I ain't heard nothing else.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, Dame Dash bought them when he bought with Armadale and all.
Woo! They charging $70 for K-Swiss.
How much they supposed to be?
K-Swiss is a classic pair of K-Swiss, running you about $40, $50 for a classic. Wow. And I used to wear Reebok classics, like Reebok. That's what it was.
Now, that's
Reebok,
what we came up on.
Reeboks. It was Reebok.
You had the Reebok classic
Pumas,
with the bubble gum, with the gum soles back in the G. Like, you know what I'm saying? We came up on those. Then we, you know, it was more so like Air Max vibes in Philly too.
So that's another thing. I only knew about Air Max 95. So let's just take this out of the thing. I knew nothing about Nike. So like my mama used to buy our sneakers from like the grocery store. I mean, not the grocery store, like department stores. So like Macy's, JCPenney, or whatever. It wasn't until I started buying my own shoes. Like my auntie always had all the 95s. I used to be like, oh, I want some 95s. I didn't realize that Nike was that. Like when I went to Virginia, I was like, oh, I want some 95s, and they would be like, what? I didn't even know they were Nikes. And so when people started talking about Nike, and I used to be like, I had never grown up around Nike. Like I used to get my Nikes from department stores. That's how irrelevant Nike was to me, because I wanted the Pumas, the Felis, and the Reeboks and stuff. And so when I moved up here, it was a bit of a shell shock for me, because they were into Timbs. Number one, because we weren't wearing Timbs in the South. Yeah. Nobody wears Timbs in the South.
When I moved down here, I didn't mean to cut you off. You know what I'm saying? But when I moved down here, I had the Timbs, but back up top, we used to mark our Timbs up. Like, we used to
make them look
dark.
Yeah, make them look like they've been worn.
Nah, not even that. Like,
we used to paint them?
We used to graffiti them up with a Sharpie. Like, sign a whole bunch of different hoods and
I've seen people do that though.
Yeah, but when I came down here, they wasn't on it, so they was like looking at me like, "Yo, who is this dude right here?"
Why your shoes look like this?
Yeah, I came down swagging crazy, like, you know. So my joints was, I'm like, yeah, this how we rock it up there. Like, oh, damn, okay, damn. Like everybody was on the vibes and whatnot. You know what I mean?
So back to my Pumas.
Yo, you going back to the Pumas?
Because I'm going back to my Pumas.
Your
girl got
Clyde Drexler joint. What you doing?
The what? Oh,
Pumas.
But first of all, hold on, back to my Pumas. So I saw these blue Pumas, right? And I was like, "Ooh, I want these." They had them in my size, because for some reason they only had size 8s. But listen, they had my size.
That's all they had. It was like, "Yo, man, we ain't make no 9s, no." Yo, what is this? This is a 7.5. Put another half inch on.
So it's a size 8 in men's. But I got a pair of Pumas and these fire ass New Balances. I've never owned a pair of New Balances, but I've always wanted a pair because I heard they were comfortable. So now in my mid 30s, I'm going into comfort. So your girl loves Adidas. Okay.
Yeezys, Team Yeezy.
I just got my first pair of Yeezys. However, I've had 2 pair of Ivies and love them. Okay. Ivy Park. The boosts are fire. Yes, the boosts are the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. Now, actually, I take that back. The ones I got on are the most comfortable.
The boots?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yes, you ain't even got to break them in.
Okay.
They're the most comfortable shoes I ever. I ain't promoting them because they ain't cutting me no checks. I'm definitely not promoting them.
Life, though.
But shout out to Adidas. Okay, so we learned a little bit of your background and you being an artist and being sensitive about your shit. Tell me something, because like when I have people on here, and I don't know, for people who didn't watch season 1, I'll recap it for you. I invite people on the show who can give you a different perspective on life, meaning like they didn't go the traditional route of, you know, go to school, go to college, meet your spouse, have babies, live life, travel, raise your kids, all like the typical storybook stuff that they give you. I bring people on here that have started foundations, are their own entrepreneurs. Some people that have even switched careers in the middle of, like, you know, they were 35, 40 years old, and they just switched careers. And I'm doing that to inspire people who might have like a side hustle or be an artist and don't really, you know, they want to do it, but they're kind of scared. I bring people on here to inspire, to show you, like, just go by faith. Just go. You know, you doing God's work. And that's how I look at it for myself. Like, I'm doing this as a part-time. I will say that, you know, for 2021, your girl's been through some things. Now, I'm coming off the tail of that. And so, because I'm at the end of that, I'm really, like, focused on this and doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, I wasn't even going to do a season 2. It was really going to be just I did it once. It was cool. Whatever. But then so many people kept asking me about it.
Right.
And so, and then when I told people I was going to do the season 2, I had all these lists of people that I wanted to interview. And of course, you were on the list. But it was like, I want people to hear Terry, because that's what I'm going to call you, your story. Because let's say, you know, you brought up a good point about the lady who you said came full circle for you, right? How she had been inspired by you to do her art. And so, you know, in hand, she did something for you, whatever. But the point was that she was inspired by you. That is my whole thing. If we do this live, or I'm sorry, this interview, and it's just one person out of, like, because, you know, it's not like I have millions of people listening. I might have 100 people. If one person decides that they will still do their job but pursue something that they know that they can do, then I've done my work. Because I want people to get out of the mindset of the fairy tale. Because you have to, what I'm learning in my 30s is that you write your own fairy tale and not the one that they gave you. And so, I've done my rant, but I want you to do yours. I want you, if you had to do like an elevator speech, which is like 30 seconds, what are like some inspiring words that you would give to somebody who's up and coming? Let's say, you know, they just found out they liked writing. They did some poems in class, or somebody broke their heart, so they started writing, and they got into a grind. Like, they love it, but they don't want to do it, or they're scared, or fear. We talk about fear being a deterrent for some people. So in your words, what are some things like that you would say to somebody like that? Like, I'm scared to pursue, you know, my art.
I mean, if you're scared to pursue your art, first off, you gotta get out your own way. You have to have that. Pursuing art and pursuing your craft, or just pursuing your path, you have to have a certain level of bravery to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, being scared is going to get you scared results. You know what I mean? You have to
scared money don't make no money.
You know what I mean? Like,
is that for players? So I can't remember.
Man, every time I hear it now, all I hear is Meek Mill.
Oh, he probably, maybe he was to say it. Where did he say that?
He said it on
that really wasn't any homage to Philly either. I just have had that in mind. Because I didn't even put that together. You know, but I was thought about, like, scared money don't make no money.
Word. But yeah, that's what I would say. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta have the bravery to do it. Don't let anybody come in and deter you away from your path. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you believe in yourself, if you have faith, you gotta double down on it, whether or not you get supported with it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes those days can become weeks and months and years of, you know what I'm saying, keeping your head down and working towards your goal. But once you make that breakthrough, you know what I mean, it's beautiful. It's definitely beautiful on the other side, you know what I'm saying? And keep manifesting things, man. Keep